Hey y'all. Okay, happy Halloween. Can y'all believe that I have let this whole month go by and I'm just now putting on my Halloween shirt or my pumpkin shirt? Y'all know I wore it several times last year and I forgot all about it. This month has flew by on me. So I've got to wear it today. I'm going to wear it all day and all night. Anyway, y'all, let's make this chicken chili. Y'all, this is the easiest soup that you can possibly make. Back whenever I worked, I always put this in the crock pot. It is the best crock pot soup because there's nothing you have to pre-cook. There's no searing, there's no sauteing, there's none of that. You throw it all in there, head out to work or school or wherever you're going, and you come home and it's done. So I'm gonna do it on the stovetop since I'm just gonna be here, and I had to wait on my chicken to thaw. And I know you can throw frozen in there, but I'd rather it be thawed out. So anyway, I got it good and thawed out now, and we're gonna get it in here. I'm putting these on so I don't get my hands messed up with my chicken. All right, so let me get y'all down here. I want y'all to be able to see in this pot because this is a very pretty soup too. Okay, let me grab the chicken. So this is the package that I had in the freezer. It is 4 chicken breasts. I don't think I'm going to need this much because typically I only use about 2 big ones. These are not real small, but they're not real big. So I'm going to, let's see, let's put that in there. And maybe, let's still kind of trying to stick together. Maybe this one. And then I think I'm going to take this other one, y'all. I've got a little pan out over here. And I'm going to put it down in that pan. And I'm just going to boil that for Bella. Now, let me get these off. That way then we can get on with the rest of it. Ooh, worst part. Got it over with. Okay, so I'm going to do these 3. You can get away with actually doing 2. You can do more. You can do however many you want. But if you're making it in your crock pot, you do it the exact same way. Just lay it down there in the bottom, okay? So now let's go ahead and add our canned stuff. Now you want to do a can of beans. You can do black beans, chili beans, kidney beans, whatever you want. Y'all know I love these mixed chili beans. If you've not tried these, grab you a can. I love them because there's just so many different kinds of beans in there and it just gives a beautiful color. I love them. Okay, so 1 can of beans, whatever kind you want. And I'm going to run some water in these and get the rest of that out. These are kind of in like a thick sauce a little bit. Okay, and then 1 can of corn. Y'all know I'm using my favorite shoe peg corn. Okay, oh yeah, and my tomatoes, y'all. I realized that I opened up a can of stewed tomatoes instead of diced tomatoes. So what I'm going to do is pour these in a bowl over here. I'm going to crush them up just a little bit and I'll come right back. Okay, y'all, so 1 can of tomatoes, any kind you want. Now, you could leave them as the stewed tomatoes if you want. I just rather them be more of the bite-sized pieces. And those cans are just the regular size cans. I think, what are they, 14.5 ounce cans. And then 1 8-ounce can of tomato sauce. Going right on in. Okay, and then I'm going to do some garlic here, y'all. Just a good spoonful. If you don't have this, of course, you can just do some garlic powder. But put you some garlic in there. Quite a bit. Let's put a lot in there today. Okay, and then I have a can of chopped green chilies here. These is optional. I usually actually do a can of Rotel, but I didn't have any. So I'm just doing tomatoes and the green chilies instead. Okay, now for our veggies. I have some jalapeno, some onion, and some red bell pepper. Use any that you want. And now I'll tell you something else that will make this even easier for your prep work. You can always use frozen veggies. Get you a little bag. Some of them may already be the peppers and onions mixed together, or they may be separate. Any of it will do just fine. And that's another thing I've been meaning to tell y'all. A lot of people ask me all the time how I chop my veggies or what kind of chopper I use. Y'all, you're looking at it. This is it. I use a knife and a cutting board. I don't use any kind of chopper, mainly because I don't like a bunch of gadgets. I just say wash that knife and the chopping board and be done with it instead of having a whole bunch of tools. And y'all know I don't have a lot of room in my kitchen anyway, so I chop all my veggies by hand. And I just don't do it on camera because I know y'all don't want to watch me chop veggies, you know. All right, now we're going to do some broth. I'm going to pour it in this cup here so that y'all can see. Let's see, let's start with a cup. We'll see where we're at. Let's see, let's just go ahead and stop right there. All right, we have some seasonings here. In this little bowl, I have 2 teaspoons chili powder, half tablespoon of cumin, 1 teaspoon oregano, 1 teaspoon of salt, and about half a teaspoon of pepper. That's it. Going in. And then I am also going to do smoked paprika. I don't think my recipe calls for this, but I think it seems like sometimes I put it in there. So I'm just going to sprinkle some in. That's optional. It just helps give you that good smoky flavor. And that is it. That is everything, y'all. And like I said, throw this in your crock pot. When you get home, all you gotta do is shred that chicken up and you're ready to go. And it is so good. It's so flavorful and just so easy. Now, I'll come back in a little bit and show you how I like to garnish it. I like to garnish it with a little bit of shredded cheese and cream cheese. Now, that's something else I want to tell y'all. I might do another little... I tell you what, I have just a little bit of chicken broth left in here. I'm going to go ahead and just use it because I've had this in the fridge and it needs to be used. So that's probably about another 1/4 of a cup. Yeah, no use in keeping that. But that's something else you can do whenever it gets done and you get your chicken out and shred it up. You know, you get your chicken out, shred it up, toss it back in. You can also throw in a block of cream cheese. I see a lot of people do that. I personally don't do it that way because one thing, Kanan loved this soup and he did not like cream cheese. So I use it as a garnish just like I would sour cream on another kind of soup, you know. So I just sprinkle shredded cheese over the top, a little scoop or a little slice of cream cheese, and do it that way whenever I serve it. But if you want to, and y'all love cream cheese and everybody likes it, you can throw a block in at the end after it's done. You don't want to throw it in right now. Either way works just fine. I just like to do it the other way. That way, if you like cream cheese, you've got it. If you don't have to have it. And that's it. Throw this in your crock pot. You can do low, 7-8 hours. You can do high, 3 to 4. I don't want to tell you exactly. You have to go by how your crock pot cooks. Depends on your liquid and that sort of thing. So use your own judgment on how long you let it cook. But this is it, y'all. And I'm just going to let this slow cook. And you talk about a flavorful, delicious soup. This is it. And then I like to serve it with, like I said, the cheese and cream cheese, and then I like to do like some corn chips. Some people may like cornbread or whatever, but I love like the little scoops or something like that. And I'm going to boil this little chicken breast back here for Bella. She don't seem like she feels good today. And so I thought, well, that chicken would be good, which she always eats chicken, but, if she's feeling down, then I need to make something a little special for her. I may throw a little bit of rice in there. But she just, nothing specific. She's just kind of laying around, just not being herself. Anyway, I'm going to rinse these cans out with just a little bit of liquid, and then I'll toss it in here. I'm going to pop a lid on, and y'all meet me back here in a little bit, and I'll show you how I'm just going to bowl this up, and we'll see the final result. All right, I'll see you in a bit.